Perfect. So different getting used to this computer. It's like, it is hot outside. Yes, it is. What is up, guys? I am excited. I have not gone live in like 2 days, and it's been like, killing me. Yes, yes, yes. So, I am going to wait for a minute. Let it get a little bit of an audience built up. What's up, Scotty boy? Perfect. We're getting some people jumping on. As you guys are joining, hello, Nikki. Hello, hello. As you guys are jumping in, definitely always drop me some likes, drop me some loves. Comment where you guys are viewing from. I appreciate it. Hello, Trisha. How are you, hun? Justin, what's up? What's up? Guys, I'm definitely super pumped for this video tonight because this is going to be a good one. Let me tell you. Hello, Sam. How are you, hun? And guys, I'm going to really go in on this one. I'm going to explain the difference between a leader and a manager because I get all kinds of people, they confuse that. They think that leaders are managers. I'm going to tell you, leaders are not managers. Managers are not leaders. So we're going to give this a minute, though. We're going to let we're going to get this audience built up. What's up, Robert? How are you, sir? Hello, hello. If you guys are joining, definitely drop me some likes, drop me some love, share this video with your team, and comment where you guys are viewing from. I always like to know where everybody is doing a little bit of viewing from, and I definitely appreciate it. Scotty House. Mr. Stubbs, hello, sir. What's up, Robert? How are you, sir? And I see that number is increasing. Perfect. We're still getting it pushed up. If you guys are just joining, drop some likes, drop some loves. We're going to get started here in about 30 seconds. I just want to touch base real quick. We're going to talk about the difference between leaders and managers. Hello, Katie. How are you, hun? Yeah, we're gonna kind of go in on this one, guys. We're definitely gonna go in on this one. I'm gonna give you guys some real big differences between management and leadership. There's a lot of differences when it comes to the two. A lot of people think that they're the same. They think that leaders need to be managers. Managers need to be leaders. No, not at all. Not at all. We're gonna go through the differences between, and it's definitely going to kind of set the facts straight. That's for sure. So. Slowly but surely, we're getting some people jumping on here. Again, if you guys are jumping in, definitely drop me some likes and drop me some loves. And again, we're gonna get started here in about 15 seconds. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. All right, perfect. There we go. All right, yeah, going live on the computer is a little bit different. All right, so guys, the difference between leaders and managers. It's one of the biggest questions I get asked. I get asked this question all the time. Johnny, what is the difference between a leader and a manager? I'm going to tell you. Put the air on real quick. Thank God I got a thermostat right above me. Woo! But there's a big difference, guys. There's a huge difference when it comes to leadership. There's a huge difference when it comes to management, all right? One of the biggest things that I can definitely tell you is, at the end of the day, leaders have influence, and they inspire people. You know what I mean? Managers are more or less about power and control, and that's one of the big differences, the major differences between leadership and management. Now, I've got several different key characteristics as to how you're going to be able to distinguish the two and what you are. Because guys, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. You want to grow a nice big organization. You want to have awesome camaraderie between your organization. You want to grow an awesome team. You want to be able to not be working yourself to death. You have to learn to develop yourself as a leader. Your organization is only going to grow as big as your leadership skills are. All right. And I've really been looking forward to doing this video. I'm really been looking forward to doing this video. But guys, kind of going into it, we're just going to go right in. Managers are good at controlling groups of people, all right? They kind of want to they want to control a group of people to accomplish a goal, all right? Leaders, they don't want to do that. They want to influence, they want to motivate, they want to enable, and they want to help contribute towards that goal, all right? Influence and inspiration, like I said, they're huge. You as a leader, you've got to have influence. You want to be a person of influence naturally, because as a person of influence, that's how you're going to develop other leaders. That's how you're also going to attract other leaders. And guys, leaders attract leaders. That is the biggest question that I get asked. How do I find more leaders? You don't. You attract them. How do you attract them? You have to become one. Very plain and simple. You've got to become a better leader. If you're not attracting leaders into your organization, it's your fault. It's your fault. It ain't nobody else's fault. Don't point the finger. Don't be looking around. Don't be thinking that there's something that, no. You know what you need to do? You need to develop yourself as a leader, and by doing that, in turn, you will just really start to attract leaders to your organization. All right? And guys, if you guys are just joining, I've seen that number jumped up pretty drastically. Drop me some likes, drop me some loves. I definitely appreciate it. Share this video with your team. Again, we're going through the differences between leaders and managers. I haven't really got into it too much as of yet, but So when you either build a business or you promote yourself into a role where you are going to be responsible for other people, so to speak, you don't automatically become a leader. All right, and that's a big misconception. Some people think, oh, well, you know what? I've hit this certain rank, or I'm here, so I'm a leader. No, that does not make you a leader. I know people that first start with companies that have more leadership skills than people that have been with companies for years. I know people that hold the rank of being someone that is a top person, and guess what? The person that's at the very, very bottom possesses more leadership skills than them, and that's just natural. That's the nature of the beast. The important difference between the two, though, guys, is again, leaders are going to inspire. They're going to motivate, all right? A manager's job is to plan, is to organize, and to coordinate what you're supposed to be doing, to divvying up the task, so to speak, all right? So, again, I'm going to go into several different things, and we're going to kind of talk about the differences between the two. So, very first thing I like to say is, we're going to talk about the difference between counting value and creating value, all right? A manager counts value, all right? Managers count value. They reduce that value sometimes, or they can reduce it, which a leader doesn't do. By reducing it, what do I mean? I mean, if you've got somebody that's telling you, hey, report back to me every 15 minutes, let me know how you're doing, make sure you hit your quotas, blah, blah, blah. That's a manager, all right? That is not what a leader does. Leaders create value, all right? Leaders create value, and they're very, very hands-on. They want you to, they're very, very hands-on. They want you in an aspect to really, really focus on creating your own value. And in turn, what this does is you begin to accumulate followers. Leaders lead by example. Managers are not going to help you. Managers do not want to help. They don't want to help. You know what they want to do? They want to tell you what to do, and they expect you to do it. That's a manager, all right? That's a boss. We all have those people in our life. We hate those people. Them people aren't good people. Again, the number keeps going. It's fluctuating. It's high, it's low, it's high, it's low. I know Facebook Live's been having some problems the last couple of days, guys. So if you guys are just joining, drop me some likes, drop me some loves. Definitely comment where you guys are viewing from. I like to know where everybody's watching from. But again, guys, leaders lead by example. That's the biggest key. And a leader attracts a leader. That's huge. You lead by enabling. It's action-based, okay? So if your team does not see you performing and putting in the work, how can you expect them to, all right? And not even just that. In turn, you've got to be very, very hands-on. A leader is hands-on. A leader is a mentor, all right? If you're not mentoring your team, I'm going to tell you, you're not a leader. Plain and simple. Very, very plain and simple. Don't ever be afraid of pushing people away, because that happens. And leaders understand that. Leaders aren't afraid of pushing people away. Leader will look at you and go, hey, you know what? It is what it is. A manager is going to create a circle of power. They don't want the power to escape out of that circle, whereas a leader is over here ready to divvy up the power. A leader knows and is confident in their self to know that, guess what? I know that there's going to be people that are better than me in my job. I know there's going to be people that are better than me in my opportunity. But you know what? Let's work. Let's do this together. You can pick up my slack. I can pick up your slack. Let's do this together. We're going to hit it. We're going to go. And that's what a leader does. Some people don't understand that. Some people just they expect you to, again, they want to keep the power in that circle, and they're not big about divvying it up. A leader creates a manager creates a circle of power. A leader creates a circle of influence. Okay, and that is one of the major twos. One of the rural majors. People outside. A manager doesn't like people that are outside of the hierarchy, so to speak. Whenever they have people they're close to it, they're really, really getting close to kind of getting in that hierarchy. What happens is a manager pulls their hierarchy away because they're afraid of losing their power. And it's unfortunate. That's how it is, but it is definitely the truth. So guys, leaders create a vision. All right, managers are going to create goals. Leaders are going to paint a picture. They're going to tell you, look, this is what it is. That's how it is. This is what's possible. They're going to inspire. They're going to engage. They're going to help you. All right? People, in turn, a leader is going to basically turn a vision into a reality. All right? They're going to do that by showing you what it is. They're going to give you the opportunity to be a part of something bigger. They're going to let you handle what it is necessary for you to handle. And they understand teamwork. They understand that, guess what? As a leader, we need to accomplish this together as a team, because when we accomplish this together as a team, leaders are not selfish people. They want to divvy it up. Hey, you know what? There's enough food here for us all to eat. There's enough money here for us all to get whatever it is possibly that we need to get, and we need to eat. Let's do this together as a team. You know, a manager, manager's going to focus on setting. They're going to focus on measuring. They're going to focus on achieving goals. Yes, managers do a focus on achieving goals, but they control the situation to the full extent. They're going to control how much you can reach. They're going to control how much you exceed. And they're also going to control the objectives in the scenario. Leaders work with and managers watch, so to speak, and that's exactly what it is. You leaving?
Yeah.
Mama's leaving.
Target, Ron.
She's going to Target. I gotta let her go get me some brownies.
See you tomorrow.
Brownies, some cookies. She said, "See you tomorrow."
Target.
Target time. So guys, going into the next thing, leaders are change agents. All right, managers maintain the status quo. So what does that mean? All right. Leaders are proud disruptors. Boy, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a leader. I will disrupt anything in the world. I don't give a shit what you got going on. I don't care what it is. I'm disruptive. But I don't do it for a purpose of, hey, I need all eyes on me. No, I do it for a purpose of, guess what? I can do it myself, and that's how it is. And I'm going to grind, and I'm going to do it. Leaders innovate. We're innovators. They embrace change. And they know that if things are working, there could always be a better way forward. Even if things are working great, it's almost in that aspect. And a leader doesn't challenge to reinvent the wheel. A leader looks at how to make the wheel better. They take what's there and they know how to make it better because they understand there's a better way of doing things. And that's what it is. They understand and they accept the facts that you want to change a system, so to speak. If you change a system that is already in place, you're going to create waves. Guys, it's going to happen. You're going to have haters that come from it. But guess what? Who cares? Nobody cares. Because guess what? You're a leader. And that's what it is. You're going to keep on doing what you got to do. You're going to stay focused. Managers stick with what works. All right? They like refining. They don't like refining structure or refining systems. They don't like refining structure. They want to they don't care about a process that can make them better. They dislike change. Managers hate change. They hate it. Oh my God. You want to know why they hate it? Because it makes them uncomfortable. It ain't something, and leaders understand that you know what grows? You grow as a person. Your business grows from being uncomfortable. Nothing grows from the comfort zone, but managers don't understand that. So guess what? They're going to stay in that comfort zone, and guess what happens? They remain complacent, and then guess what happens? Boom, the business falls. And that's unfortunate, but guess what? It's life. It's happened before, and guess what? It's going to continue to happen again. Guys, leaders are unique, and managers copy. All right? Leaders are always their self. All right? They're original, they're copy. They're like, hey, I'm loud, I'm outspoken, that's me. That's exactly what I am. They're self-aware, and they work actively to build their unique personal brand, so to speak. Leaders all brand themselves. A true leader. Now, guys, you don't have to be one of those people that hasn't delivered their personal brand and you ain't made it to the top of the company yet. No, that ain't it. But a leader is comfortable in their own shoes and they're willing to stand out from the crowd. They're willing to be loud. They're willing to be the ones that's outspoken. They're willing to be the ones that'll step up. They're authentic. They're genuine. They're real. They show their flaws. They're transparent. That's what a leader is. Managers mimic. They mimic. They sit back. They sit back and they mimic behaviors. They learn from others. All right. And they adapt their leadership. They adapt. Okay. A manager adapts their leadership from other people, from other leaders. They don't adapt it. A leader develops their own leadership style. A manager adapts it from other people. And that's a huge, huge difference. Huge difference. How many people out there that are on this video right now know somebody that has that manager style and they want to copy it exactly from what they've seen and from what they know works? And then you've got somebody, how many of those people out there know that? If you know that person, drop a 1 in the comments. I got to get this thing. The computer's a little bit different for me. You know that person that's out there. You know, and they're just, they think they know what's going on and they think they have all the answers, but they don't have all the answers. Because guess what? They haven't developed themselves as a leader. You know what they did? They adapted a style of leadership. They've seen what works and they go, hey, that works. So guess what? I'm going to do it. If you know that person, I want you guys to drop a 1 in the comments. There's all kinds of people out there that are like that. They think they're leaders because they got mentored by a leader. But when you get mentored by a leader, guys, you got to learn to do your own thing with it. You got to learn to take and apply what you're listening to and what you're hearing, and you got to learn that you got to make it better. Again, don't reinvent the wheel, but there are certain aspects that you've got to reinvent the wheel because at the end of the day, a leader develops their own style of leadership, and a manager mimics what they've already been taught. They mimic what they see as a whole, and that is not an effective leadership style. Guys, leaders take risk. Managers control risk. Lord have mercy. Leaders are always willing to try something new. Oh, they don't care if they fail because they understand that by them failing, guess what? They're going to get to the next level. They're going to go to the top. A leader understands that in order for you to be successful, what's up, Dustin? How are you, sir? What's up, Kevin? How are you, sir? In order for you to get to the top, hey, Ashley, how are you, hon? In order for a leader to get to the top, they know they're gonna fail a whole bunch. They're gonna fail, boy, are they gonna fail? And they don't care. They don't care because that's what it is, and they understand that failing is steps towards success. All right. Excuse me. I just had Tijuana Taco Tuesday. Y'all know I tear that up. Managers, though, they work to minimize the risk. They don't want problems. They control problems. They would rather embrace a problem and say, "Oh, you know what? It is what it is," than be worried. A leader's gonna create problems. Oh, a leader creates problems. Let me tell you guys, they create problems. Managers sit back and they go, "I don't want any part of that." Hell no. A leader embraces it and they go straight up with it. A manager's gonna sit back and go, "Yeah, you know what? I don't really want that." Nah, that's not how it is. Leaders got to learn to do that. And so going to the next thing. Leaders are in it for the long haul, guys. Managers are in it for the short term. Leaders have intentionality. That's really, really big. You know, they kind of, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. They do what they say they are going to do, and they stay motivated towards a big goal. All right? Managers care short term. They don't care about long term. They don't care about big term. All right? Managers more or less, they need a frequent reward, so to speak. A leader understands that, you know what, I got to go the distance. And I don't care what gets in my way. I don't care what obstacles. A leader don't make no motherfucking excuses. A leader steps up and says, you know what, I got to do what I got to do. And I'm going to do it. I don't care if I get a bonus. I don't care if somebody's over here giving me a trophy. I don't care because guess what? I'm going to do it for me. I don't need recognition. I don't need recognition. I don't need to be told that I'm some great person when guess what? I know that I've got more goals. They understand a leader hits a goal and says, okay, what can I do now to better myself to get to the next? And that's what a leader does. A manager goes, okay, great, perfect. Hee, I got my reward. Yay, ooh, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. And they get their bonus check, and then guess what? They chill, and they lay back, and they sit back, they're lackadaisical. A leader, man, that's management. That's a manager. Managers in it short term. They look at something and they go, man, they need that frequent reward. Manager really does. Boy, they need a frequent reward. And they don't understand. You know, they need, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. They need regular acknowledgement. That is really what a manager needs. A manager needs regular acknowledgement, and they need accolades. They need to be told that they're doing great. They need their fanny rub. They need a little pat on the back. A leader don't need that. A leader goes, hey, great, guess what? Awesome. Hey, if they get praises, a leader will really, really appreciate the praises. They will come to you and they will tell you, look, I really, really appreciate that. They will go out of their way. They will do whatever it takes. Guys, leaders grow personally, all right? Managers rely on existing. They rely on existing. They rely on existing on proven skills, all right? A true leader knows that if they're not learning something, if you don't have anything new to offer me, then why the hell are we talking? I don't want to talk. And that's what it is. To the aspect, we're talking about if I'm in a training, and I'm saying I'm talking about leaders. As a leader, if a leader is in a training and they're not learning from that training, they're bored. They're bored to the aspect of they're over here sitting on their phone doing their own training, trying to better themselves. Okay? Because a leader's never bored, managers are bored. But a true leader, they're always looking to learn something new every single day. They're constantly learning. A leader, they don't have downtime. They're not bored. They're always, you know what their downtime consists of? Research, self-development, business development, leadership development, practice. Oh my God. Guys, I don't know how often people come to me and they go, bro, how did you get so comfortable with the camera? You just talk, you spit, you go at it. How do you do that? Because I practiced. Straight up. I practiced. Man, if you ain't comfortable going live, you know what you need to do? Set your phone up. So, talking to a young lady earlier. So happy to have her too on the team. Tina, welcome. Talking to a young lady earlier, and she was like, Johnny, I'm not really big on doing that live thing yet. You know what impressed me about her, though? She goes, but you know what? I set my phone down, and I hit record, and you know what? I'm doing videos. Yo, that's it. That's all you got to do. No, I wasn't comfortable going live my first time. I'm over here like, man, shaking. I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't like this. People going to see me mess up. But guess what? You break through it. Right now, if I mess up, I know that shit. I'm about to get like 100 likes off of messing up. I'm over here looking for a reason to mess up now. What y'all mean? that's some funny stuff. And guys, if you guys are appreciating this video, definitely drop me some likes, drop me some loves. Throw an emoji in the comments. I like to see. Throw me your favorite emoji in the comments. I always like to see everybody's favorite emoji. Your number one, the very first one is at the top. Let me see you comment that emoji. I like it. I always like to see what everybody's favorite emoji is. I think mine's either the one hundo or mine's the arm. You know, I like the arm. So to keep on going, guys. Hey Denise, how are you, hun? So we're talking about leaders growing personally. We're talking about how managers rely on existing. You know, they rely on existing with proven skills, so to speak. All right, a leader knows, again, that if they're not learning something new, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Okay? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You need to change your room. You need to find a better room to be in, because that's how you're going to learn. A leader, they remain curious. You know, they kind of seek to remain relevant in a situation that's changing, so to speak. They want to remain relevant. They're going to adapt and they're going to overcome. So they're not people that are going to sit back. And that's where that learning aspect comes in. A leader's constantly getting poured into, but they know which information is valid enough to take and which information is bullshit. They know what they need to actually take and what they need to write down, what they need to apply, and they know what's not worth their time. Whew, these videos get me worked up. But they seek out people, they seek out information, and they always seek out to expand their knowledge and their thinking capacity. A manager is going to end up doubling down on what made them successful. Oh, I did this 4 years ago, so I'm going to continue doing this, and now I'm going to do it twice as hard. And guess what? That don't work. You want to know why? Because a business that is not changing is a business that is dying. Guys, business change every day. You think that Coca-Cola is doing the same thing they were doing 100 years ago? Do you think that McDonald's is doing the same thing that they were doing 10 years ago? Do you think that social media is the same that it was 3 months ago? Everything is constantly changing, and they do that on purpose. It's one of those things where, you know, they always say, I don't remember who said it. I think it was Steve Jobs that actually said it. He says that the person that is the most successful in the room is not the smartest person, but the person that is most adaptable, the person that is able to adapt. All right, the person that is most likely to adapt. I think it was either him or it was might have been Charles Darwin. I don't know. I know one of them smart people, one of them smart mofos that are out there that know what they're talking about. The guys that we would listen to, they said something that was good like that. But the person that stays the same, so to speak, and is not constantly adapting to the times and constantly trying to change, guess what? Those are the people, they're not going anywhere. The person that's more likely to succeed is the person that's more likely to adapt, not the person that's more likely to sit back and try to continue learning. Guys, managers are going to double down on what made them successful. They're going to learn to perfect existing skills. They already got a skill and they've already perfected it. They're going to continue perfecting it. And it's like, I don't understand the purpose of that. Okay, yeah, maybe your business continues to grow, but guess what? Your business isn't growing as rapidly as it should because you're already good at that. Start investing your time into other methods and other possibilities and other ways that you can learn to utilize your time. They're often not accepting to stuff that they're not comfortable with. More or less, they're only down for adapting proven behavior, so to speak. They don't like things that they're not risk takers. Managers are not risk takers by any means. We talked about that earlier. Going into the next thing, guys, this is probably the most crucial. I speak on it. This is my life. Not even gonna lie. Leaders build relationships. All right. Managers build systems and processes. So what do I mean by that? Leaders focus on people. Man, they want to know your life story. They want to talk to you. They want to get to know you. They want to get to know you on a personal level. They want to know about your mom, your kids, your dad. What are your hobbies? They want to know about you. You're not just a number on a chart. You're not a box on a chart. You're not just a number to them. You're not just you're not a chalk on the board, a swipe. You're not a comma in a paycheck. That's not what you are. You know what you are? You're a person. And a leader builds a genuine relationship. And, they understand it to influence. In order to influence people, they've realized they make people, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. In order to influence people, they make people realize the vision, not their vision, because a leader makes it about the other person. All right, a manager is all about themselves. So they make them understand the team vision, the organization, what the goal is, where we're going, why we're going there, so to speak. They know who's worth their time. A leader always knows who's worth their time, and they already know they're not going to be wasting their time with people that aren't worth their time. Hence, why we always tell people, show up to go up. You got to show up. You got to show up to go up. And that's the honest to God's truth. Let me tell you. Managers don't focus their business. Oh, guys, too, and if you guys have any questions, definitely drop some comments. Drop some questions in the comments. I'm always down to answer questions. But a leader's going to build loyalty. You know, they build trust. They build trust by consistently delivering on their promises. No matter what it is, a leader's always going to deliver on their on their promises, and they mentor. Leaders to mentor, man, and they create leaders. Leaders create leaders. If you're a follower, you ain't going to create no leader. You ain't going to attract no leader either. You're going to attract followers. You end up doing all the work. Managers focus on structure. They need to have that set. They need to be set in order for them to achieve goals. They need to, they're not risk takers again. They're they focus on the analytics, and they try to make sure that there's a system that's in place in order for them to attain a desired outcome. They want to make sure that a manager will work with individuals on their goals and on their objectives, but at the end of the day, the only reason why they're even spending time with those individuals is just to better themselves. Hey, what's up, April? What's up, Alice? How are you guys? That's a huge difference. A mentor is somebody that's jumping into the business and jumping in to do it because you know what? Best way I've heard it put was from our actual there's just two of them. Chad Caneller, which is he's an ambassador diamond with our company. He'd actually told me, he said, dude, the day that our business started to explode was the day that I stopped focusing on making myself a six-figure paycheck, and I started focusing on making other people a six-figure paycheck. And then, just to elaborate, and he said six figures, he was saying 6 figures a year. Then our top income earner said, bro, you need to start focusing on making people 6 figures a month. That's when your business is really going to explode. Because when you stop focusing on yourself and you start focusing on helping other people, and that's what a leader does. Managers focus on themselves. You focus on helping other people. Guess what happens from that? You really, really start to develop people. And you really start to develop leaders that way. You figure out who is worth your time and who is not worth your time. Because leaders coach, man. Leaders are going to coach. They're going to mentor, and managers is kind of going to direct. They're going to direct people to work, and leaders. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Leaders know the direction, so to speak. They know the direction, and they have the ability to give you the answers that you need. And the reason why they do that is because they've been there, they've done it. They know the people who work for them have answers as well. They're, a leader is. I will reach out and I will ask every single person on my team, if you got a better method of doing things than what I'm doing, let's talk about it. Let's do it. How can we implement it? Hey, tell me. Let's do it. Let's see what you got going on over here. Is it working for you? If it's working for you, I want to be a part of it. We got somebody on our team that's over here killing it, doing it one way. I want to know the secret. Let's do it. A manager is closed-minded. They're going to say, nope, that doesn't work. They're going to keep it this way. Nope, this is what's worked for me, so we're going to continue doing that. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue doing that. That shit don't work, man. That ain't work. And guess what? Then again, you become self-centered, and then you're pushing people away. You're pushing people away. You got to have that ability to be able to talk to people, and you want people to be able to talk to you as well and be able to come to you and be able to talk to you like a real person. What's up, Jen? How are you, hun? A leader, they see their people as competent. They're optimistic about their potential, about them being able to get the job done. A leader resists telling their people what to do. They're not going to stand over here and be like, listen, you need to do this, 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 and this. I can say I've been guilty of that before. That shit don't work out. You push people away. You know what works out? You show people. You lead. You show. You exactly what I just said. You show them how to do it, and that's how they learn. A manager's going to assign a task, and again, I've been guilty of this. They're going to assign tasks. All right, guys, we're going to do this, 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 and this today. That don't work. Nobody does it, because guess what? Nobody wants a boss. Nobody joined network marketing for a boss. Nobody did. Nobody joined it for a manager to be sitting over top of them, micromanaging, making sure they did. I will never go back and check up on somebody to make sure they did something. I won't do it. I don't got time to do that. I don't don't have a boss. You don't need a boss. You don't have a boss. Exactly. You lead by example. Exactly what it is. A manager's going to assign a task, and they're going to provide guidance on how to accomplish the task, and they're going to be able to tell you this. Nah, man, that isn't what you do. What's up, Eddie? How are you, sir? And guys, the biggest thing I can definitely tell you, Leaders create fans. Managers are going to create employees. A leader is really, really going to focus on leaders have people who go beyond following, and they really, really go to war for them. They have followers that'll rave over them, and in turn, a leader is going to actually have fans that are going to attract other leaders and are going to attract other people to them. I know, I've had this happen. The fans help increase the visibility and the credibility, and that's for sure. Managers have a staff. Again, man, we're talking about leaders create fans and managers create employees. The manager has a staff over here. Guess what? That staff's going to take orders. They're going to take direction, and they're going to seek to please their boss. And that's literally what it is. That's one of the biggest things that I can definitely talk about when it comes to some of the differences between leaders and managers. And guys, at the end of the day, leaders need to have leaders are always going to have managers, and that's just the honest God's truth. The leader is always going to have a manager. There are always going to be managers in the organization, and that's just how it is. It's an unfortunate thing, but unfortunately, it is the way that it is. And again, I'm sure everybody that's out there, they've been there, they've done it, they've seen it. Leaders develop leaders, and managers they develop employees, and that's one of the biggest things. I do not speak Spanish, but that buenas noches para todos. And if I knew how to answer that, I would totally answer that. I definitely appreciate you jumping on, though. That's for sure. No, leaders definitely attract and create leaders. That's probably the biggest question I get asked. I get people all the time. They're like, "Yo, Johnny, man, I don't know how to attract leaders to my organization. I don't know how to do it. How do you attract leaders? You become a better leader, man, guys. You know what? Self-development is great. Self-development is great. But I always say this. I preach this. If you're struggling. All right, if you're struggling in whatever's going on in your life right now, whatever is going on in your life, if you're struggling, all right, and you need to put Tony Robbins on to get in your face and be screaming at you, dropping F-bombs, and you need to have somebody that's there, that's telling you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, blah, blah. If you need that and you're struggling, if your bank account don't wake you up, there ain't nothing gonna wake you up. I'm sorry. And that's exactly how I feel. You can have the best leader in the world. And guys, I'm going to tell you, as a leader, you can set people up with more success than anything in the world. You can give them everything there is to possibly do. Everything there is to possibly do. And at the end of the day, if you're not truly, the person is just not in it, they're in it for the wrong reasons, they're not going to succeed. Very, very plain and simple. They're just not going to succeed. And it's unfortunate, again, because as leaders, we want everybody to succeed. We want everybody to push, everybody to get there, to go to that next level. But unfortunately, it's not the way it is. It's just not the way it is. So I'm going to go, I do want to definitely go back through and I want to check to see if we had any comments or any questions. Again, if anybody has any questions, you're more than definitely feel free to drop them. But kind of touching back on it. At the end of the day, guys, the biggest things that I can definitely tell you guys, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone. Yeah, but see, Grant Cardone does business development. Grant Cardone's not over here. He's not over here like, man, you need to be a better person. You need to do this and do that. And Grant Cardone's over here teaching business. He's teaching you how to close deals. He's teaching you business development. There's different people that need an inspiration. They need somebody to light a fire underneath their ass and to get them moving. And that, to me, I don't know. I've never personally needed that. One of those things, one of the key aspects I feel like, Coley is I do leadership development. That's my thing. I would rather do leadership development than do inspiration. I don't need motivation. I don't need inspiration, or I don't need to be inspired. You know what inspires me? Every day, waking up knowing that I'm that much closer to being a millionaire. That's what inspires me. I don't need somebody to tell me, oh, Johnny, you need to write out your goals, and you just need to work harder, and you need to gain some work ethic. And guys, if you want to know the secrets to success, you know what the secret of success is? The secret of success is get your ass out there and work and stop waiting on a motherfucking handout. That's the secret of success. Far too often, people just be looking, and they look for people to make excuses, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, let me tell you what, there is no substitution for hard work. There is no substitution for hard work. You've got to take, and if you're struggling and you ain't working, you're not working 100 hours at your craft, man, guys, we all got stuff going on in our lives. We all got stuff going on. Everybody's always got stuff going on. But you know what? The people that don't use that as an excuse are the people that get far in life. They're the people that step up, and they're the people that push to that next level. Again, man, I'm a firm believer. If you're one of those people, if you're sitting back and you're making excuses about life, and you're making excuses about why you're broke, but you're on Facebook scrolling for 60 hours a week, That ain't work. That's not income producing. I don't know anybody that's been made a millionaire off of making posts on Facebook. No, that don't happen. They can argue with me, oh, well, Facebook ads. Yeah, but guess what? How much money did they invest in Facebook ads to make that? Yeah, I'm going to tell you what. In order to get there in the first place, they weren't sitting on Facebook scrolling for no 60 hours a week, 70, 80 hours a week posting. Hell no, they're over here investing $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. The normal person don't have a salary to invest into Facebook ads every single month. They just don't have that. So the super key is you've got to take as a person, and you've got to develop yourself into you got to write down some goals. I mean, I'm just trying to think. I'm like, man, what's the biggest thing? You need to write down some goals. Because again, if you're sitting there, if you're working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, and if you think that you're scrolling through Facebook and you're building relationships, man, building a relationship for me, I swear to God, I talk to people, and within a day or two, I get the business opportunity gets brought up, and I won't even bring it up. The business opportunity gets brought up. That's the key. That's the key, man. And that is just like one of those prime things. It's one of those things where, you know what? At the end of the day, you either want it or you don't. And the people that want it, they're gonna make and they're gonna sacrifice for it, and they're gonna do everything it takes to get there. They're not gonna look at everything that's going on in their life and they're gonna make excuses. No. You know what? If you're working 80 hours a week and you're broke, then I guess you need to work 100 hours a week. If you're working 100 hours a week and you're broke, then guess what? I guess you don't need to sleep. I guess you need to work 120 hours a week. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And that's just how I feel about it. People go, oh, well, I work, man. I work 2 jobs. Guess what? I work 2 jobs too, and I was broke as a joke. That shit didn't help me. I was working 6 jobs, and I was broke as a joke. Hey, bartending at multiple places, running a shoe business, personal training. Guys, you don't make excuses. Guess what you do? You step up, and that's what you do. You make a change, and that's what's going to push you to that next level. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm jumping out of here. Hallelujah.